Train like a warrior, Maggie. Train like a warrior, live like a gardener. You do it best. This morning, she was the little spoon, cuddling right up to me, getting belly rubs. And a few minutes later, she is asserting her vicious energy. She is a being of the yin-yang. We all have that. We all have that rage and we all have that love in our hearts, and it's a balance of exercising that rage in a compassionate way. Do it with the frisbee. Don't do it with someone's leg. Okay, girl? I love you. Come on. Come on, girl. Drop it. Drop it. Nice one.
They don't know for sure, but they think for a few reasons. They think because a lot of Jews are used to checking what kosher is already, so they're used to the idea that some foods are ethical, some foods aren't. So checking labels isn't really a new concept.
Whereas here,
if you tell an American what you should or shouldn't eat, it's like offensive.
Wow, so true.
So that's one reason.
And do you think, does any of it have to do with like the reasons some people say, like just connecting to suffering more, and slaughterhouses or concentration camps were designed after slaughterhouses?
Yeah, I think that might be subconsciously a part of it, but I think it's also more so because Israel's the size of New Jersey.
Right.
So it's
when
really easy
when
for
word
trends
spreads,
to pick up.
okay,
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's very legit. Lauren's in the house. What's up, Lauren? Hope you're doing well. Studying sociology this beautiful morning. Thanks for asking. Nice. I'm eating a mono meal of watermelon for breakfast right now. Yummy. Ooh, I wish we had good watermelons this time of year. You must be somewhere in a south of the equator country. Morning, my majestic king. The majestic king. And the crazy queen. But wherever I go, I follow or Naomi follows, and we follow each other, so no fear. But yeah, hope you visit me in Mexico sometime. Love you so much.
See you soon.
All right, have a nice drive back to the bay. Could you envision me while you were at Kramer, just like making out with chicks as a it's okay. As a 14-year-old?
Yeah, I can totally do it. I was actually manifesting. I was like, I wish I was Jackson right now, making out with chicks.
Ari just was at a conference and spent the weekend at the summer camp that I grew up at, which I'm very jealous. I wish I was there. All right, have a good drive. Love you too. Just had a great morning workflow. What does workflow mean for Digital Nomad Jackson? It means I emailed 3 podcasts that are within my realm of the topics I talk about so that I can get on their podcast so that I could spread the Plantriotic message. I edited and published a vlog. I edited a thumbnail for a future vlog. I answered emails, and that was pretty much it. It was great, and now it's time to go back to therapy. I'm going to one more therapy session, and because therapy is good, and my parents encouraged me to go, and I'm staying in their beautiful home, and there's no excuse not to when I have the time and space to do it, so that I can unpack the trauma and craziness that is in my own mind in order to be the best, most successful and loving person that I can be, so that I can not self-harm myself or be crazy and unreasonable, but live my passions and intentions the way that I know serves me, while also maybe bending a little bit to make the life of the people I love also comfortable. You can't only take, it's take and give, receive, and bring in the love. Okay, I'm going to therapy. I'm going to bike there. I'll be back in an hour and a half. Therapy, I mean, I'm just going to the grocery store. You guys know that, right? That is my therapy. Shopping for plants. Just kidding. I'm just putting my bike here. The office is over there. Word is in. I'm sane. Just kidding. But yeah, it was a good session. I feel good. No more therapy planned for the near future, but if you need help, which most of us do, and if you don't have a support system constantly where you can share your feelings and you have access to something like a therapist, there's a lot of online therapy now, do it. If you need someone to talk to, you need someone to talk to. If you feel like you need someone, you do, so please go get help. It just helps. You know, we can be in our own mind sometimes and not see clearly, so the more professional perspectives you can get, the better. It's only gonna do good. I swear I'm gonna freaking unplug that stupid landline. No one calling that, parents, is trying to get a hold of us. It's just like solicitors, 2018, you don't need a landline. Getting that peanut butter persimmon banana smoothie with a little persimmon and a little agave and a little flaxseed in my belly. Cinnamon up in here, cinnamon loud in there. Psh, I take this off. I eat so much cinnamon, this never is something I use. You just go straight up. Yeah, get in there. The Vitamix tip for you. If you have one of those Vitamixes like this one, where there's the variable mode where you can use a dial, or the high, when you are blending it with liquid, you can do the variable and do it gradual, but it actually saves the motor more if you switch it on high, like I just did, and then you switch it on, and you just plunge the shit out of it. Still burnt out, but I promise it would have burnt out faster if I did it the other way. Then you just have to wait a few minutes and then turn it back on. This is an old Vitamix. I had this throughout college when I was a raw vegan. Imagine how much I use this thing. Shout out to all the Daily Green Boost fam who's been buying this stuff. We are now a fam. If you dump this like me every day on your ice cream or your smoothies, you're part of the DGB crew. Use the link in the description for 10% off. Just use Plantriotic when you're buying it online. You get 10% off, links in the description. DGB fam. Alright, here's the next few hours before Kirtan Mags. Frisbee, banana ice cream, eating plants, and editing vlogs. You're wearing clogs. Do you like pears? Down. Down. Good girl. Yeah, pears are yummy. Banana, persimmon, Daily Green Boost, an ice cream with granola, pears, and fetch. There's gardeners in the front yard, in the backyard. Dogs are freaking out, of course, and I looked online how to teach in this situation, how to teach your dog to respond when you say quiet, to say that the situation is chill. I know you heard something, but don't worry. So watch, here's how you do it. Buckley, be quiet. So you go to the threat, which, you know, she sees gardeners out there. You see? Alert. Hey, Maggie, alert, alert, alert. Hey, quiet, 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 quiet. Now she smells the treat. You say quiet, so she can't bark, and then you give her the treat. Quiet, 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 quiet. Nice, that kind of quiet. Hey, this is so overwhelming, but I can already see how it works. So the idea is you say alert when they're barking, like good job, alert, you're barking, and then you put the treats in front of their nose, they start smelling it, and they have to stop barking because they're smelling it. In that time, you say quiet, wait for 2 seconds, and then give them the treat. And supposedly if you repeat that over and over, they'll learn when you say alert, they can keep barking. Oh, now you're trying to roll over for a treat. Okay, sit down, roll over. Good girl. There, yes, you're very good. I know, you're a very good girl. All right, well, we played frisbee at like 3 different sessions for about half an hour today. I promise she actually is tired out, even though she probably wants to play more. We didn't go out and take an adventure today, but that's okay. It's maybe happened once or twice in the last month, but that is fine. You need to take a rest. I am headed to Kirtan tonight. It's Monday night, and I have to go to the bike shop before, so I'm actually going to hit up the bike shop, bring my dinner, eat dinner in Santa Monica before Kirtan, and then go to Kirtan. It's going to be great. You'll have some time to relax. I know. I bought my bicycle, this bike right here, my baby, in 2011 before biking across America. We have since traversed 5 pretty large countries together and tens of thousands of miles of commuting in college, in Berkeley, in Los Angeles. We have been to Italy, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Canada, America together. And it all started right here. And what I'm doing here is, because I'm carrying so much more weight now with Maggie and the trailer and stuff like that, I need an even bigger cassette on my bike. I want to get a 42 tooth cassette, but odds are I'm gonna have to get a mountain bike derailleur, and I might have to switch to 2 gears in the front instead of 3. We'll see, but that's why I ask the experts. It's foggy and cold. I'm slurring my words.
Put this in for a
Woo! Did a lot of good work at the bike shop. We're working on how to, just correct my setup so that it is best for Maggie and I. Some changes we have to make, some customization. But we have Farmer's Market butternut squash baked fries, Japanese sweet potatoes, a salad with a delicious dressing, and veggies, rice, potatoes, cauliflower, nutritional yeast, beans, just a mixture of everything wonderful right in there. So I'm about to go to Kirtan. What is Kirtan, you may ask? So when a group of human beings come together and they sing and chant Hindu mantras, and they get up and dance and get crazy and hug each other. Now, as you know, I'm a big critic of believing in any religious ideology that isn't based in any sort of facts. For instance, if people chant to the Hindu god Ganesha because they think that Ganesha, the elephant man, is going to remove their obstacles, I say you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But if I can go to Kirtan every week and I sing with a bunch of strangers and we smile at each other and I get up and dance and I leave afterwards feeling amazing, better than I came in, I don't care what we sing about. I know that it benefits me. It feels good to get up and sing and dance. I don't care who we chant to, Jesus, Ganesha, this tree. It's just about the reaction and the impact it has on me. So if some of you are watching this and being like, what the heck, you're criticizing Christians or Jews for doing things that are based on just religious ideology, then you go to a yoga studio and chant to Ganesha. I'm not chanting to Ganesha. I'm just there because it feels awesome to sing and dance with people. And if you want to believe in Jesus or sing and dance to Ganesha because you think it's actually real, but you don't use that beliefs in order to harm anyone, but it helps you, all the power to you. Keep it up. Just for me, I like to believe in things that are evidence-based science, not in any stories. I just think it kind of contributes to a world where we can believe in alternative facts or misinformation. I'm all about being practical. But I do me, you do you. As long as you don't hurt anyone, it's good by me. Radhe, 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 Maggie. Radhe, Maggie, yeah. Oh, you are so happy I'm home. What? You want to play tug of war? You don't want to relax? It's time for bed. Katie, who was here for the last few hours while I was at yoga, said that Maggie did not even bark when she opened the door, which Maggie always does. If I'm in the house, she'll bark when the door is open. And she was perfect and just hung out with Katie the whole time. No problemo. I'm proud of you, girl. Love you. You cute thing. So it turned out that kirtan today, what we chanted one chant for just a few minutes, when usually it's chanting the entire time for hours. But our teacher Govindas, one of his gurus, guru means teacher, from India, from Rishikesh, who runs a amazing ashram, which they talked about, and they run the International Yoga Festival there every year. She was here visiting, and she just gave a spiritual talk of beautiful wisdom. So I came for kirtan, got something different but just as good. I wrote down, I was taking notes the whole time on my phone, because like everything she was saying was just like, boom, that's an amazing way to articulate a concept. Like all the concepts she talked about, I kind of understand. She pretty much just talked about finding peace within yourself in a chaotic world. That's what the talk was about, which I feel like I practice that every day, trying to be mindful and meditative in a world that is constantly crazy, and in a mind that is constantly crazy. How you do it, but the stories she told and the examples were such good ways to articulate these teachings, and so I wrote down all these notes, and you'll see me unfold her wisdom to you through my Instagram posts over the next few days, because it was awesome. So yeah, the whole time it was just a talk. It was beautiful. There was a dog next to me. The woman hanging out, the woman who was sitting next to me had a dog, and the way that she was like petting the dog and cleaning her eye boogies reminded me of me and Maggie. And I was like, I wish I could bring Maggie to that, but her dog was a little lap dog that just chilled the whole time. Maggie would maybe be good for kirtan when everyone's up dancing, but not for a talk like that. So it was beautiful. So blessed to be a local in LA and know the communities where you can be grounded and have a good time in this city. Some people think LA is just a big concrete jungle of materialism and ego, but no, there's such amazing wisdom and teachers and yogic opportunities that flow into this amazing place on the Pacific Ocean. Tomorrow is gonna be crazy. I hope I don't get arrested. It has nothing to do with animal rights, but I'm meeting up with someone who is wild. We're gonna have fun. Much love, Dream Extreme.